on one side, we've got everything on the other. You excited about being live on everything?
Yeah, let's say yeah.
I'd like to be live on the telly, to be honest with you, so we could point out the ridiculousness of the Manchester City supporters there, deciding that singing the national anthem emphatically was going to, in some way, shape or form, upset the Liverpool supporters. It was a somewhat ridiculous moment in modern football support, I'm saying.
Well, it's part of their sort of how they say it, establishment, anti-everything thing. So if you
sing the national anthem is anti-establishment?
Yeah, well, that's that. I'm trying to get into their head here. I'm trying to point their point of view is that if you're going to boo this, we'll sing it as loud as we can. If you're going to say we're owned by the worst people on earth, we're going to say the brilliance. It's just part of their
it's one of their
identity.
things. It's one of the things that they're about. It is Neil Atkinson and John Gibbons. You know the teams, but if you don't know the team that matters has got Adrian in goal, Arnold at right back, Robertson at left, Van Dijk and Matip. It's got Henderson, it has got Fabinho, and it's got Thiago in the middle of the park, and then it's got Diaz, it's got Firmino, and it's got Mo Salah. John Gibbons, who's Liverpool's fourth most likely scorer of a goal.
Fucking hell, Tess, early. I've been drinking since 10:30 in the morning.
You're not alone. Well, I've been drinking since 10:30, but I've had 5 pints, maybe even 6. Go on.
So, it is
fourth likely scorer. Is that a problem?
No.
Okay, excellent news. We can crack on from here then. Liverpool have kicked off. It's gone back to Virgil van Dijk. We'll try and sync for you if we can, but because it's ITV, it might not be possible. They've gone long towards Roberto Firmino early, which is what Liverpool always do. Haaland gives Van Dijk a little shove, but Liverpool look after the middle of the park, and Fabinho puts it out towards Diaz. Diaz could look to carry the ball, but he'll come back instead to Andy Robertson. And it's 19 seconds, 20 seconds, 21 seconds, and 23 seconds as it wears on. It's Mataface and Carney. I've met Karen Carney. She's sound. Liverpool go long towards Mo Salah, see if they can get it out under control. I've not met Mataface, and he might not be. Looked after by Fabinho. Firmino, who finds Thiago. Thiago looks to drill it, and instead it comes all the way back towards Joel Matip. Matip will presumably go to his goalkeeper. No, he won't. He will let it go out for a throw. And we'll start from there. Do you fancy we're going to win this? I haven't seen the two teams. They've gone stronger than briefed.
I mean, I didn't get a brief. I expected them to go strong. A little bit surprised to see Bernardo Silva in there because all the talk is, do you believe him? But
he's on his bike.
But generally, but the fact that he's in the team suggests that City, are going to try and keep hold of him, and that's what they've successfully done for the last few transfer windows where he's tried to go. That was a weird pass to Margin. But now I expect them to go. They were stronger than us last year, and that's what I need to remember, and stay stronger. I was speaking to someone about their pre-season, and they've only played 2 games up to now, but also they haven't played many players. I think I was listening to the excellent preview with Ian Ryan. I think that's where I got this one. And so Ian Ryan was saying like Rodgers played the full 90 in both games.
Yeah.
So so they very much decided what the team is on July the 1st, and they've worked to get them in shape rather than the sort of whole squad and have a bit of a look and all that. So I expect them to go strong, but I expect it to be a tough game. I can't say whether we'll win or not because the game's so tight.
Salah's won it back. He's picked it over the halfway line. Liverpool bursting into the Manchester City final third with Mo Salah. Salah running at Ake. Cancelo looking to catch him up wearing number 7. Henderson looks to drill across. He finds Diaz. Diaz shoots. Blocked by Ruben Diaz, and it'll go out for a Liverpool throw. No, it won't. It will. It did indeed just sort of bounce out there. Diaz doing some good block work there early on in the game and going from there. How do you feel about Darwin not starting, John? I don't give a fuck.
I didn't expect him to start. I think he'll go with Firmino for the first few games, and so it's not something that I see as a big deal. I expect him to get on to this game. I'd love him to get on. It's a bit of a wild pass. I'd love him to get on. I'd love him to score, but
he's taking the throw in the right half of the fucking pitch.
As Phil's just said, take the throw in the right half of the pitch. De Bruyne scrapping for it there with Van Dijk. In the end, it turns into Fabinho's ball, and Fabinho looks to play a raking ball out to Mo Salah, and it is on for Mo Salah. He can keep it in. He does keep it in. He is onside. He's running with Cancelo.
We'll see you later, dickhead.
And he looks to drill it. And he drills it into the side net. And it was a great opportunity. It was a great ball, John. It really was. It was fabulous football from Liverpool.
How he beats that man is it's almost embarrassing for the defender, really, because it's so easy. Like if anything, he should have just flailed. Do you know what I mean? He should have just done something. That's pathetic. Do you know what I mean? And you just, I wish that had gone in, because that prick would have never been able to play football ever again.
Yeah, and João Cancelo's really good at football, so stopping him from playing football would have helped us.
He's not going to defend it.
Wide, of course. They're going to turn and go at us now. It's 3-on-4. Liverpool hold the line really well. Van Dijk blocks the De Bruyne pass brilliantly. And it'll end up coming through to Andy Robertson. They're going to give the free kick away because Thiago's a little late on De Bruyne. Two sides trying to keep a high line, John.
Yeah, we got away with that actually, though, because the three of them were high, but as Phil screamed behind me, Chen was a lot deeper, and so if the ball would have gone through, Haaland would have been through on goal, but they managed to intercept it, so we're all good. But we just need to be careful with that. We need to be all on the same page.
Absolutely. They looked at arcing in towards the penalty area. It'll go out for a goal kick. Nathan Ake poleaxed.
Change the title.
Would you want to change the title?
Well,
Okay.
I've just been told on the...
I'll build up.
Yeah, we'll just put
Match.
Live. But match live. It feels more emphatic, Harry. It does indeed, Phil. Match live. And yeah, just sort it all out. Excellent stuff. No. Hold on. Excellent. All right. Andy Robertson looking to throw forward. Finds Diaz, himself somewhat done in by Diaz. Ruben versus Luis. Looked after nicely by Robertson. It's with Firmino, and Firmino looks to carry away from Rodri. Rodri holding him up. I would say fouling him here, referee. He is fouling him. Well done, referee. Excellent referee in there from the blonde master himself. Yeah. Buffeted this way, and that Liverpool nearly get in again with Mo Salah. Good God. Trent Alexander-Arnold looks to go forward. Good little header forward there. Salah frustrated by this turn of events, and it goes out for.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened there.
No, it's because they didn't show it on television, John. We're not on the ground. Matip wins the header. It goes forward again. Henderson looks to compete for it. I always love the games from Liverpool versus City where it collapses for brief periods into Sunday League footy, but like it's a really high level. Part of the reason why it's Sunday League footy is everyone knows how good everyone else is, so it just becomes a weird little back and forth for a couple of seconds and people just scrapping. And I love those bits because I can empathise with them.
You've played that football.
Yeah, I can't empathise with being brilliant, but I can empathise with that. Trent goes forward, it's a great ball to Henderson. Henderson looks to move it on to Salah quickly. Henderson then falls over in a slightly shit way, frankly. Grealish moves away. Liverpool smuggle the ball away, though. Thiago, wonderful football. Gets it back there. We go forward and we find Mo Salah, and Salah could find Diaz, doesn't see it, or chooses not to do it. We end up with Thiago. It's a lovely pass from Roberto Firmino, and Firmino finds Robertson. It's sloppy. Thiago finds Robertson. It's sloppy from Thiago. Thiago gets it back though, and he can pick his next one out. And that's also a little bit sloppy, frankly. It is behind Trent Alexander-Arnold. It is 6:25, 26, 27, and 28 as Joel Matip loops it forward into the arms of Ederson, and we will start again. Kyle Walker goes back to Diaz. Diaz goes back to Ederson. Ederson has a tiny little look, and he finds instead a lad deeper than him, which I think is Diaz. Oh my word! There's ridiculous stuff from Bernardo Silva. He gets away with murder there. That's the sort of thing that people go afterwards. Wasn't that brilliant? He absolutely gets away with murder. It is 6:58, 59, and 7 minutes, and it's gone out for a throw-in. And my, this is an interesting game of football at the minute. Pep Guardiola vexed by events. Matip's got it, goes back to Adrian. Adrian moves it this way and that. Still got it under his lilac-covered feet. He finds Trent Alexander-Arnold with a good ball. Henderson's left with a shit 50-50 though and doesn't win it. It's going to end up with Big Kev De Bruyne. Big Kev De Bruyne moving this way and that drills it. And he hits the side net, and then it's sloppy. It starts off with the Trent Alexander-Arnold header not going to where it was meant to go, John, this one. And Liverpool are immediately out of position. They're also a little bit unfortunate, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I think for me it could have been a little bit sharper there where you sort of see it, but that's... it still is a bit of a pre-season game. It's actually a corner, isn't it? Virgil does really well there. He gets across against the block. So good defending from Virgil.
Excellent defending from Virgil van Dijk. Manchester City corner, 8:03, 04, 05. Comes back to Cancelo. Cancelo, De Bruyne in. Won by Van Dijk, and that should be... Is it not another corner? Okay, fine. They're jogging back. It must have ricocheted off.
I thought he'd left.
Ake was strongly linked with Chelsea. It does indeed just hit Ake, to be honest. Strongly linked with Chelsea, but in the end, Chelsea were prepared to pay the money that City wanted, meaning the fact that he stayed. And they could do with him because, as Phil Bundle will say later on, they have not got that many senior players. The ball ends up at the feet of Joel Matip. We've got 6 or 7 City players in front of the ball. There should be room somewhere for the Reds. Salah goes along with it, sees if he can find Roberto Firmino. It comes through to Fabinho. It's with Thiago. It's back to Fabinho. Oh. Fabinho finds Firmino. Firmino should have Robertson outside him in seconds, but he uses him by not using him. And then he does use him. And it was just not quite right. It's unfortunate, but also simultaneously not quite right. And that's the fine margin to these games. Firmino back 2. Fabinho comes back 1 and he finds Van Dijk. Van Dijk shapes it all the way out to Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's a dog of a ball, frankly. But Alexander-Arnold does well, looks after it and gets it to Matip. And Matip gets it back to Alexander-Arnold. And Liverpool are back in their own half, but Virgil's got the ball at his feet. He finds Thiago. Thiago arrows it to Salah. It's wonderful football. Salah could use Diaz, doesn't use him. Instead finds Andy Robertson. Diaz is at the back post. Robertson rips his left foot around it, comes in towards Diaz, and unfortunately Manchester City just managed to smuggle it away. It's great football by Big Kev De Bruyne. Gets away from Thiago and Manchester City and now on the break. It is Haaland. He isn't fouled by Henderson. John's got a very clear picture of what should have happened there. Grealish cuts inside instead, but he puts it back into the Manchester City half where Diaz has got it. Grealish asks for it. Diaz doesn't use him and instead goes to Ake. Ake finds Silva in this way that Manchester City picked the ball up really deep off the centre halves against Liverpool, as long as it's not Rodri. Silva picks it up again very close to his centre halves and he finds Diaz. Diaz chooses not to go to Walker because the other Diaz is in close attendance and instead finds Ake. Ake finds Cancelo. Cancelo stood up by Salah and Manchester City are happy just to look after the ball for a minute or two. It's 10, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Rodri turns back, finds Ake. Ake, Silva says, don't pass to me, pass to him instead. And indeed he does. It's with Rodri. Rodri plays a little dink ball forward to Kyle Walker, who is offside. That was a lot of football quite quick, John. You got to see the quality of City, but also how good Liverpool's shape is.
Yeah. It's funny because Kyle Walker's criticised in the past there. You'll see now on the replay, well, not quite, actually didn't get that far, but see he doesn't get it soon enough. And that's the fine margins that we're dealing with. And it's interesting because you've criticised a couple of passes that have gone to the player and called them sloppy. And the stats will say that the completed passes could go to player, but they're just a little bit behind them. And it just means that we've got to wait and you just miss an opportunity where you see their sharp pass and suddenly we're in space. And that's football. The fine margins. At this level.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the highest level you can play the game at. Jordan Henderson, what will he do? He finds Andy Robertson, but it is a little sloppy again. And Robertson can't quite keep it in. It's sloppy from Henderson, and it'll go out for a throw-in. And that's precisely it, isn't it? You know, there Henderson wants to play it perfectly into Robertson's path so we can keep motoring, but he overhits it a tiny little bit. John, it goes out for a throw-in, and Liverpool have given possession away, but these are the finest of fine margins at this level.
Yeah, I mean, that was a poor ball, but then, should Robertson be on his bike a little bit more, should be in a better position to receive it. But you do need to be just...
And ball, come on! Fuck off, referee is right.
You need to be ultra sharp with your passing. You need to make sure that, you're not just giving it to the man, but you're giving it to them, so they can move on to it, so they can control it and pass it quickly. If it takes them 2 or 3 touches to bring it down, then
what's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
At this level, what is the point? But this is the highest level you will play the game at. And it is worth remembering for both sides. Close up with Darwin there, watching on the sidelines. Earnestly, I'm saying he's paying attention, full attention. Linda's there, vexed with Klopp. Kravitz, vexed with Klopp. There's a lot of Gary McAroon here, is all I'm saying. It is with Robertson. Robertson looks to shape it forward. It comes to Firmino. Firmino bounces off. Haaland does brilliantly find Salah. Salah on the edge of the box finds Fabinho. Fabinho goes back one. It's frustrating Thiago. Then Liverpool want to start again. It's with Firmino. Firmino gets it under the spell, comes this way and that. Finds Trent Alexander-Arnold. And now we're back with Jordan Henderson, who finds Robertson on this left-hand side. Liverpool have kept Van Dijk forward. But it's sloppy. Robertson has lost possession and City are in so much room. Henderson does brilliantly to hold him up. And it is another handball. No, we played on. Liverpool have moved quickly. No, the referee's called it back, and it's understandable. The referee's called it back. I'm prepared to be on most referees' backs, but that one makes sense. It's with Trent. Trent finds Salah. Back to Trent. God, this is a good game of football. Henderson goes back to Matip. Matip to Van Dijk, and Van Dijk pings it forward. Looks to see if he can find Diaz, but Diaz lets it go smartly. Robertson was in, finds Diaz. Back to Thiago, and Thiago shapes it all the way out to Salah. It's in the air a little long, I think, but Salah looks after it, and he's got a bit of time. He can run at them. Goes back one, finds Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent arrows it towards Robertson. Robertson goes a goal, which I'm actually quite surprised by because it was a really acute angle. But Robertson does head at a goal, and Robertson is presumably onside. We'll get to see this now from this side. He comes in from a really, really wide area, Robertson. It goes back to Trent. Trent sees him, knows exactly what he's doing, and Robertson is onside. He does go a goal, though. He knows exactly what he's doing. There is an argument that he comes back across. John, what do you think?
He would normally go back across. I think he just sees it open and goes there. I think if he had his time again, he might go across. There's 4 in there.
There's 4 all approaching and attacking. That's a great ball by Edison, by the way.
But then you do need to hit it, and that's difficult. So maybe just thinks like. Sometimes I think with these situations, rather than 2 footballers do something really good, it's maybe easier if one of them just does something excellent. If that's what it.
I know. Yeah.
And I think that's the decision he's made in his head. Split second.
Yeah, no, I'm with that 100%, and it makes a bit of sense. It is Grealish. He's got it on the left-hand side. It's a harsh free kick awarded against Thiago there. I felt on the right-hand side, not just because I'm biased, but I just thought it was. Ake finds Diaz. Diaz has got Walker, doesn't use him. Look again where Bernardo Silva is. Whenever he plays Liverpool, Bernardo Silva will pick the ball up off his centre-halves all the time. Just filling in all over the place. Grealish has got it done now on the left-hand side. He's pulled Matip into an area he doesn't want to be in. He comes back one to Rodri. Rodri will go one to Walker. City have gone narrow there with the full-back. It's now with Mahrez. Mahrez running at Andy Robertson. Looks to dink it. Blocked well by Thiago. Mahrez is in a little bit of bother, but he'll be fine in the end. We might not be actually hard lines there for Diaz. And in the end, Mahrez works it back to Kyle Walker. Walker back to Ake, but Ake gets them back on the front foot. Cancelo. Now Marshall by Mo Salah. Cancelo arrows it in. But there is Joel Matip. De Bruyne, looks after it. Finds again Bernardo Silva, who all the time comes really, really close. I'll say it again. Really close to Rodri, really close to his centre-halves. Rodri pokes it forward. Finds Cancelo. Cancelo will look to go back one to De Bruyne. He does. De Bruyne goes back one. That is Bernardo Silva. Then there's De Bruyne. And then they look to go forward. It's a beautifully played pass by De Bruyne to find Grealish, but they just have to keep it alive, City. They haven't got the next ball yet. In the box, there is Haaland. And there is Mahrez at the back post. Do pay attention to Mahrez. Ake this way. Comes back one again to Silva. Silva looks to carry it. Goes back to Rodri though. Rodri will come across. Yep, finds Diaz. Diaz hasn't got a ton of options. Dinks one over to Kyle Walker though. Liverpool have just allowed a little pocket of space to emerge there. But he's well marshalled by Luis Diaz. Ruben Diaz back forward there. To Mahrez, who's ended up deep. Rodri back one and Bernardo Silva. And this again, I'll say it's good football from City. It's patient football. They go back, they find Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz finds Bernardo Silva, who picks the ball up on the halfway line one more time. He looks to arrow it out to João Cancelo, but it wasn't the best ball in the world. It'll go out for a throw. Nothing really comes of that from City, but you can see exactly what the plan is when they play Liverpool. Well, I don't think this is necessarily the plan when they play everyone, but when they play Liverpool, they allow one more man deep, and they just look to pull this way and that way, this way and that way until they can find space, John.
Yeah, I think it's when they play most decent teams. I think they've got a fairly consistent style of play, actually, Man City, and there's no what they do and they're stopping it, and that's what they rely on, isn't it? But I think Liverpool are better than most at stopping it because we've got elite defenders, because we're so well coached, and we're fit as well, so they're not going to tire us out, and we see enough of the ball to give them concerns about what we're doing on the other side. And so I'm pleased with what I've seen from Liverpool so far. I think we've been good. It's interesting watching for me, and how deep he is. That's been my sort of 1 point from the game so far that I've not mentioned, is that he's picked Firmino over Darwin, and I think if Darwin would have played, there'd be 10-15 yards on the average position between the two of them, and that's an interesting thing in itself. He's almost a midfielder. He's not right now, but almost a midfielder for me when we've got the ball, and that's obviously what he wants today.
Yeah,
but not necessarily what he wants to full.
Liverpool win again. No, they've done well. Silva does brilliantly, does really, really well. But Kyle Walker loses out briefly. Manages to win it back, loses out again. It's back to it being quite Sunday league for the second or two. It's 18-02, 03 and 04. City have come away with the ball there, which is frustrating from a Liverpool perspective, because about 3 times that if we could have nicked it, the world would look like a very different place. It's with Ruben Diaz. He turns, has a little look. Rodri goes back one again to Bernardo Silva, who splits his own centre-halves all the time. Everyone thinks of him as an attacking midfielder. Not when he plays Liverpool. Nathan Ake goes back one to Diaz. Diaz looks to play long and direct. Everyone's just got to calm down. Adrian gets the ball. I'd almost rather he took a breather there and just had a second, but with Trent, and Trent ends up going long to see if Liverpool can get Mo Salah in. It's a really good ball from Trent. It's a really good take from Salah. It's our throw, and we take the throw. It's Jordan Henderson. Henderson looks to arrow it in, gets towards Diaz. Oh, it's a brilliant goalkeeper in the end. It'll come through to Thiago. We just get a hand on that, I think. Henderson or someone stops it from coming through to Diaz. It was a good ball from Henderson. Diaz would have been there. That's a not nice tackle. To be honest with you, Liverpool have just got to support the man. Yeah, it's difficult though, isn't it, in the circumstance. Fabinho, though, comes an awful long way. Go fuck yourself, referee.
Diaz just needs to pop it off there and he goes back into danger. That's the only frustration for me there. That's what he needs to do. You mentioned there.
It's a good goalkeeper.
It is, because I think he might even get a nick off Laporte there.
It does get a nick off Laporte. I think he would have got a stronger hand to it, I think, if he hadn't got a nick off Laporte.
He does well to react to what's going on.
Does brilliantly, Edison. Such a good player. Ake looks to shape it out to Kyle Walker at right back. Liverpool have closed the lanes nicely. It goes out for a throw and they can start again. It's 1937, 38, 39 and 40, otherwise known as the build-up to, and then the commencement of World War II. It's with Van Dijk. Van Dijk will come one to Alisson Becker. Not Alisson Becker, unfortunately, sorry. It is Adrian. Adrian will dwell for the second, but he in the end sends it very, very long indeed. Salah does brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly. Henderson plays a percentage ball towards Sadio Mane. Unfortunately, instead it is towards Luis Diaz. It ends up... Sorry. And it's with Thiago, and Thiago finds Fabinho. Fabinho pings it off to Matip. Matip looks to carry the ball forward. He's got a pass on the outside, uses his left foot for speed. Finds Trent. Trent comes over one to Salah. Salah goes back to Trent. Trent shapes it all the way out to Diaz. Loads of space at Liverpool's back post. Robertson will come inside. Diaz goes one to Thiago. Thiago finds Mo Salah. Salah's got up against Cancelo. It comes to Trent. Trent drills it.
Yes!
1-0 Liverpool!
Yes!
It is a fantastic Trent Alexander-Arnold goal. The sort of goal we should see more of. He's shushing someone. He can shush who the fuck he wants. It is tremendous.
I said he was fourth most likely. You said, is that a problem? He went, fuck off that goal.
Exactly that is right, John. I will be shushed all day by Trent Alexander-Arnold in that context. That is a Liverpool goal, John, that I think they're working on. I think they want more of that sort of thing. You get to see it there. It is picture perfect. It's drop dead gorgeous. It's the fourth most likely. It's 1-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, and we're good value for it as well. I think we've been the better team so far. We've worked this really well. Thiago, I think, has been excellent into Mo Salah. Mo's just been a constant threat, and it's boom. That's such a nice finish.
Fuck off. He's aiming for the inside of the post. He hits the inside of the post. Ederson has got no chance.
When he hit it, I thought it took a nick, and then you see there on the replay. I don't think it does.
I don't think it does take a nick. I don't think it takes a nick. Phil behind us says it definitely does.
Either way, the keeper's not getting there.
Yeah, fuck the keeper. Excellent stuff. Me, Harry, he's shushing me, and that's fine. I am happy to be shushed. It is Liverpool 1, Manchester City 0. It is an excellent, excellent goal, John. It really is.
Shep says very slight deflection. I will follow Shep to the end of the year. And we're making a sub here, are we? Or is it just someone have a drink? They're enjoying themselves anyway.
Yeah, the Liverpool hordes are having a lovely time. It's good to see. 22, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. As C points out in the build-up to the goal, he actually says in one of our comments, noticeable how many switches of play there is. It is notable how many switches of play there is, John, from both sides.
Well, there was some weirdo having a go at Trent on Twitter the other day, and I shouldn't really engage these things, but I got, it flagged up on my timeline like Twitter tries to. And one of the things they were critical of him for was how often he switches the play, and it was like, it's a design. It's something that Liverpool try and do, and Liverpool do it excellently. And the fact that we've got those fullbacks who were able to switch it like that, and then obviously Thiago as well is a real asset. We'll see here, maybe. I don't think the keeper's getting there anyway. It just puts it even more in the corner. Shut up, Phil.
Yet again, Phil Blunder's letting the side down, John. It's not the first time.
I'm going to swap out today.
Puff-
Talk on the mic.
Yeah, Phil's talking on the mic. I'll take any and all ale. I hasten to add. Manchester
I
City.
should have done beer before I came on, actually. 'Cause
Oh.
I could do one.
Grealish is doing well. Grealish is doing really well. Van Dijk's done brilliantly to step in front of Haaland. Anticipated the problem. Mahrez there. Some hands felt like they were involved, but I don't think it quite was enough. Diaz is carrying it. Go on, hit me with the theory.
The way the passing's been off.
Yeah.
For both teams. Do you reckon they're using a ball they've never used before? Because it's weird. Like, some of the best footballers in the world are really struggling with balls they've making the sleep.
So
and they're going like 5-10 yards away. It's not like they're 1 yard away. There's something not right.
I think it's possible, but I think the other thing is they're playing each other.
Yeah,
the first
there
game,
is that.
and I think that they know these are good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And they're trying to, I suppose, when you try and make something really good, you sort of increase the likelihood of it
being not just good enough.
You increase the variance. I think probably if that makes sense.
Poor from Adrian. It's with De Bruyne. De Bruyne should score. Doesn't.
He made himself.
Does well, Adrian. Does really well.
They didn't give him many options. The only option he probably had was to put it straight through his legs, but it's not the kind. It's not the kind of thing you would do there if you were De Bruyne. I don't think he's trying to forward might have, but he doesn't. He's not got. He makes himself big. Does well.
The thing about the goalkeeper is that he's a good goalkeeper. Yeah. He's not necessarily.
He's not good enough to play in goal for Liverpool every week, but he's not like. It's not like we pluck someone out the crowd and put him in goal, is it?
Exactly.
Which I think is how some people
perceive. Oh, that's fucking tremendous from Salah. Comes through to Diaz. Diaz, can he find one more? He finds Firmino. Firmino's got a bit to do now, though, unfortunately. Comes this way and that will find Robertson, but doesn't find Robertson. Instead, Liverpool, did they get a corner?
Did he not get a corner?
Looked to me like a ricochet. No one's doing any cornerish things.
I mean, that is incredible from Salah.
It's fucking brilliant from Salah. It's not quite right from Henderson. Diaz sort of does the right thing. I think
Henderson was a bit concerned about Diaz going offside and he wanted to get it there
to do it soon,
as possible.
Makes sense, but still, in the end, it did not take a ricochet at all, and it ends up being a Manchester City goal kick, which means we'll start all of this all over again. Henderson leading the press from a Liverpool point of view. Walker should get it, has to play it in. Oh, wow, it's great. It's fucking brilliant. That from De Bruyne, by the way.
His chance drops off there.
Everyone's weird. It ends up out to Grealish. I think it might have just been off, but
see what happens.
Yeah, Fabinho doesn't anyway. Doesn't matter. Henderson should find someone. Finds Firmino. Firmino finds Salah. There's a big ball on for Diaz to remove into space. The only thing is, but the cheat code though that City have got. No, he's not.
It looked like he was going to put his flag.
No. It's the cheat code City have got to Kyle Walker. So that what's really interesting there is Walker drops off because that's sort of Walker's job. But Diaz therefore ends up in space to pick it up. Thiago goes this way and that. I can't wait for the moment when Kyle Walker's legs go, by the way. I think we'll win every league forever after that point.
Have you got an opinion of João Cancelo wearing 7, by the way?
Yeah, I'll come to it in a second. Henderson finds the final third. Look after it, Jordan does well, finds Salah. Ricochets off Salah, but he's got a bit of time and he will look after it. My opinion is, if he wasn't absolutely fucking brilliant, it'd be obscene. As it is, he's one of the most creative footballers in the league. So I don't like it. I don't approve. But I mean, he's... No, fuck off, Liner. Come on. It's with Bernardo Silva. Yeah, so basically, he's incredible. And he creates loads of things in the final third. So I don't like him wearing 7, but I can see how you can end up there on the journey. You know, what number would you give him?
He should be 3, I think.
But he doesn't play... I don't think he play left back as much as you think. I think
he haven't got another one.
No, infamously so. It's with Rodri. But
he might play right back, and 3s can play right back.
3s, I mean, they can, Phil, but it's not nice.
Steve
Yeah, it's unpleasant, though, you know. Leaves a sour taste. Mahrez goes forward, finds De Bruyne.
Quite easily. There.
Yeah, too easily indeed. But Thiago really anticipates danger ever so well. Finds Trent Alexander-Arnold. Is the VAR, by the way, Phil, on this?
I assume so. I don't see any reason why there wouldn't be.
I would have thought so.
Feels like a waste of everyone's time, but I feel like there probably is.
Yeah, there should be. Rodri goes back one to Nathan Ake. Ake goes along the line. So there's a little bit of an interesting thing for me with these playing with Haaland, but not just with Haaland, but with Bernardo Silva as well. By doing what they do with Silva, where they create a double pivot in front of the back four in these games, and then by obviously having Haaland up top, you actually end up in a situation where the only remaining central presence is Big Kev.
Yeah.
Mahrez doesn't want to come narrow in the way in which, say, Sterling might come narrow for you on one side. So Grealish has been doing a bit of coming narrow, it's worth pointing out. But they almost feel, as a side that's been brilliant to control in the middle of the pitch, they almost feel a little bit like the one light, maybe even two at this point, City, with the way this goes. You know what I mean?
That they are trying to play very differently. I think not just like a bit differently, like very differently.
So he's there. Still just picked it up there. There's Rodri. He's found Rodri. What they're almost trying to do is say to Liverpool, come and press us. And Thiago's done a bit of this here. But then you've got to be able to play through it, and Liverpool are smart. They've forced them back on this occasion. Now, it will work at some point.
There's other teams where Firmino would have gone to the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
There's some teams who would have been obsessed with thinking, this goalkeeper's got on the ball, let's go and close him down.
Yeah.
Don't, I don't know.
Well, they're doing a little bit here, but it's fine.
We don't pass a little bit, but you don't.
But we want to make the pass difficult.
When you're close to him, go to him. But if you're not close to him.
But that's shit, though. They're now play through. Robertson's got to take everything there, and he takes absolutely nothing, less than nothing. Kyle Walker twists this way and that. Robertson gets back in really effectively. It'll come through to Mahrez. Thiago's tremendous. We'll play on it. We're playing on it. It's with Jordan Henderson. He finds Firmino, but Firmino loses out because he's got two to deal with. But he was always going to give
that free kick because he was playing an advantage. Yeah. There's a thing where referees are playing an advantage, and there's a really cheap free kick. They'll just give the cheap free kick because it's easier to deal with that. It's easier to play with because they'll go, well, yeah, I suppose they should have had the free kick 5 seconds ago. So
no, I'm with that 100%. It's almost like the participants in the game.
Yeah.
Matip finds Salah. Can he go to? Finds Henderson. Henderson finds Trent Alexander-Arnold. Oh, it's sloppy from Jordan. He uses his left foot.
That's harsh. I think that's harsh.
Hey, listen.
It's a hard ball to play.
Everyone tells me I'm too nice to Jordan, Phil. You know what I mean? The internet thinks I'm too kind to him.
These are people, not Mike.
But they are our people. Yeah, no, that's a fair point. Excellent point, well made. Bernardo Silva's. It's really interesting because he's almost going, I want one more of you to come into the space. I'm boss, so will one more of you come? And if one more of you comes, then it's all meant to be what the plan's meant to be. And then one more doesn't. Henderson thinks he can nip into Rodri, but they go back to back, and Liverpool will sort of start this again. And this is such a little dance. And this is what I mean when I say that you don't play this game of football very often.
Thankfully.
Yes, thankfully. Well, sort of thankfully, but also at the same time, I mean, it's incredible to watch. It's back with Bernardo Silva now, and look at Bernardo. So Bernardo Silva and Rodri have effectively gone full back in an inverted way. Walker and Cancelo are playing really wide. Diaz has gone back. Look where Rodri is. Rodri's left back. There's no one there. Grealish has come into that space.
And that's got to be offside by a matter of yards.
Mahrez shoots. It's punched over by Adrian. The linesman's now put his flag up.
What a waste of everyone's time that was. He was like, sometimes I get the whole point of the. But like, what do you need to wait for a shot there for?
Yeah, he's well off. Well off.
Andy Robertson knows a different colour of grass.
Andy Robertson knows and then goes fuck and then goes wasn't he?
It's that in the Champions League they just give that off. They just give that offside and go, what's the point of it?
Straight away. No, you're right.
And that's where English officials are shit.
Yeah, basically. It is 31, 26, 27, 28, and 29.
I just think they're going to do the subs, as in
Liverpool.
Yeah,
to get to an hour.
You reckon? And then I should make all 6.
No, I think is it 60 to
6
do?
it is, yeah. So you say it.
I think they'll do 4. 4 on the hour and then have a little look. Thiago, scrappy with it. Does brilliantly. Does absolutely brilliantly.
Yeah.
Does brilliantly again. Looks after it. Gets it back to Van Dijk. Honestly, if you're Rodri, can't be fucking bothered with this cunt, you know.
See you later.
Can't be bothered with this cunt. He's thinking to himself. Yeah. Trent should find someone.
No,
No, Liverpool have been sloppy there. He's offside. He's offside.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, just give the offside. As to be.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to make 7. It's really funny that all the City players went forward for a free kick.
Yeah,
really oblivious to why it wasn't. It is interesting what they do with the subs because you do wonder, for example, if he gives Jones half an hour, what do you do against tomorrow?
Gives him half an hour. Do you reckon? Yeah. But I think that's part of why he might actually only do fewer subs than you think.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, at least 4 of them are going to have to play. You think probably the 2 centre backs would be the ones you would expect. Then you look at the bench, and we've actually got 2 centre backs on the bench. So yeah, that's Gomez could play right back, I suppose. But
Trent,
if you bring in Kanate on, You're going to have to bring one of them off, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a great ball, though, from Joel Matip, but it's well looked after by Manchester City's best natural defender. It's dreadful from Trent. Really is sloppy in that scenario because you can't afford to concede. It's 3-on-2. And it all stems from there. They look to find Haaland. Robertson does brilliantly. Haaland still gets his shot off, but Robertson does expertly. It's a really good save from Adrian. Mahrez. It all stems from Trent just being a little bit sloppy, and that is the level that we're talking about here. But he's also scored the opening goal, so it's swings and roundabouts in it. Haaland should score, doesn't. Comes to Mahrez, beautifully, calmly catched by Adrian. I presume if he been given offside or something, he was that fucking cool.
I think everyone was onside.
There we are then.
Maybe. Wouldn't it be funny if he just had the purplest of purple patches that have ever existed and he's actually some...
That shot suggests to me he's shite.
Oh, I don't think he is. I just think it'd be really funny if he was.
Shite, says John. It's with Robertson, left back position. He sends it long. It's 34-07, 08, 09. Ake does really, really well. It's one of those times there where you see the threat of Diaz when they haven't got Kyle Walker's entire existence being on the cover to deal with Diaz. It goes forward. Liverpool could win this back. No, not quite there. Walker goes to Ruben Diaz. The other Diaz suddenly looked a bit like, fuck me, this has been a long half with a lot of sprints.
Surprised Ake started, by the way. I would have thought Stones was the man, but do you not think it's maybe a pre-season thing with Stones not being in America?
I think it's a little bit of that, yeah. I think also, in a no Laporte universe, until I think after the international break, I think he needs to build something. So he can't play every game.
So I agree with that. Yeah, that's a fair point. It's I looked yesterday how often Laporte was actually Ake and Laporte played together, centre backs. It was very, very infrequent. Very infrequent. Because when Ake and Laporte were on the pitch together, it was basically Ake was playing left back. And I think he played more left back in the second half last season than he did centre back.
Goalkeeper goes long, not great, straight into Grealish, but Liverpool have won the bits back, and Trent Alexander-Arnold looks to make it work. Ake does brilliantly, frankly, because he doesn't just get rid of it, but he also finds Cancelo.
I would describe myself as absolutely not his biggest fan, generally speaking. He's played well, yeah.
I think he has played well, yeah. Yeah. Edison rolls a nice one out. 2 Cancelo's touch is fucking dreadful.
He should be wearing 3, dickhead.
Yeah.
Media loves that sort of thing. It's with Salah. Salah's got it. Dinks it into the penalty area. Honestly, Media loves nothing more than a cheap throw-in. When you win the game, he loves a cheap throw-in.
Take 30 seconds out the game.
Sometimes better than a goal.
Yeah. Honestly, he's obsessed with the cheap throw-in. Matip comes back 1-2, Van Dijk. Van Dijk finds Robertson. Yeah, Robertson must have a pass forwards. He does. He has Diaz. Diaz up against Walker. Fuck me. Honestly, the closeness there of Rodri.
Too slow.
The press from City is really aggressive here. They find Van Dijk. Van Dijk plays it behind Matip. Matip's just got to get what he can. He can't. Got to fucking get back in here, boys, quick. Although City themselves show a lack of urgency, I'm saying. Matip gives Van Dijk a very dirty look, which I'm into big time. But City can start again. The press there from City was brilliant.
It was really good. That's the type of thing that if you're Manchester City is what you want to see at this time of the season, isn't it? That it's working as a unit and it's putting a team as good as us under pressure. So it'll be very encouraging for them.
It will be indeed. Diaz comes this way and that wearing João Cancelo's shirt knocks it back to Nathan Ake.
They also got a cheap throw-in out of it.
They got it even cheaper than ours, but we're winning. Brilliant stuff from Cancelo. Stitches Henderson, comes all the way through to Virgil van Dijk. Haaland looks to come across him, but Van Dijk's in complete control. And it'll go out for a throw-in, and is Matip all right there?
Slow getting up.
Brilliant burst of pace from Cancelo. 37-22, 23 and 24, Manchester City. Been very much in control the last 5 minutes or so, but Liverpool are 1-0 up in the game. It is with Ruben Diaz. Diaz doesn't like what his options are. dinks it all the way out to Cancelo, who this time looks after it. Cancelo goes forward with it, but he finds only Joel Matip. Matip could do a little more for us there. Fabinho fouls the lad. It's coming through. It's now with Mahrez. Mahrez only wants to do one thing, but instead it's an excellent block from a Liverpool point of view, and it'll be a Manchester City. Well, it won't be a Manchester City throw, and Walker keeps it in. Knocks it off too big. Kev has a little look. Looks to shape it all the way around, but we're happy enough with that, in all honesty. We're really well organised for that there. And it'll be a Liverpool throw, albeit a slightly annoying place, but it is a Liverpool throw, Phil.
Yeah, I thought we were really good at getting bodies around the ball then.
If I can have one as well, please, John. Two
I
cans.
thought we were really good at getting bodies around the ball and compacting the space, like in a sort of, in a way that Tottenham, when Tottenham came to Anfield, made it really hard for us. When the ball was, we got the ball where we wanted to. They were very good at surrounding it, meaning that you couldn't really pass it, you couldn't really shoot. That has to be a foul. You tracked them down. Apparently not. You can do that.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, so I thought they defended well again. Encouraging signs.
Yep.
Most encouraging sign we doing no defending.
Yes, but it's nice to see when defending happens, it happens in a certain way. The ball goes forward to Birmingham's finest, Jack Grealish. Stood up by Joel Matip. Matip pulled out a little bit. It's with Kev. He's so good, isn't he? I mean, he's so good. It's with Mahrez. Mahrez up against Robertson. Smuggles it through. Yeah, it was ridiculous. And in the end,
work experience, lad, directing the.
Yeah.
And now they'll cut to the play and the ball will be 60 yards away.
Yeah, we've got no idea
where it's got there. Still don't know how Salah got that one-on-one.
Nope,
still no idea.
Mad. It's with Adrian. He's got it in his 6-yard box at least. He's tempting Haaland into it, teasing the young man. Goes forward with Adrian. Up against Diaz versus Diaz. The sequel to Kramer versus Kramer. And it is offside. Silva picking it up. Manchester City are in the ascendancy here. Liverpool could just do with getting the ball back and looking after it for a minute or two. Silva goes back to Ake. This little box that they have there. But as I say, it means that one of them is not actually in a position to get the ball in an area that could hurt Liverpool. And at some point, someone's going to have to gamble. Ake will come back to the goalkeeper. Liverpool's shape, really, really good. And we're not showing the soccer live, no, Tyrone.
Intrigued by what he thinks he's logged into.
Yeah, Tyrone, I'd love to watch the soccer, to show the soccer live, but sadly they haven't given us the rights. They gave us them to ITV Sports instead because they are bidders. It was a close one thing, Phil.
Yeah, I heard just on the.
Yeah,
when's the final and best it went to?
Yeah, we came very, very close to getting this deal. We're still hopeful we'll get the Europa League coverage this year. That's a foul on Trent Alexander-Arnold, but instead the referees decided it's not. It's with Haaland. Matip does brilliantly. It's come through to Thiago. Thiago should look after it. Rodri picks up the scraps, and Liverpool, I think Trent's still down, by the way, because Henderson's gone to play right back. That's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, the referee I thought was going to give the dive and chooses not to. That's really good from Kyle Walker, but then I could just say that every fucking day. I think the referee is now going to
go and see if he's like alive.
Yeah, we're not giving that. We can't start giving that sort of thing. Yeah, it's mad if we start giving that, so that's fine. It's more like Trent Alexander-Arnold was fouled in the build-up to it, right in front of everybody, including the fourth official.
I couldn't believe he didn't give it. It was amazing.
Henderson's point is actually stood up.
Do you know, it'd be nice to be a replay.
Yeah, of the incident in question. Do we know anyone at ITV, John?
I don't.
Karen Carney said.
Karen sounds, but what I mean is, but anyone behind the scenes, because
there we go.
Here we go. We'll get to see it here. I think he nicks him on the way through. I think it is a foul. It's a foul. It's nothing more than a foul. The Liverpool players always acting like it's something that's a bit moody.
It's the type of thing that when everyone says, "Oh, it's only a friendly," and it is to a point, but in a friendly, a proper friendly that everyone treated as such, referees would give a foul.
Yeah.
He's gone down. Let's give a foul.
Andrew Robertson felt like a foul throw, but goes to Thiago. Thiago finds Van Dijk.
There was one first 15, and I think Henderson threw Salah in down the line, and it was
marginal.
The type of thing that you'd maybe consider letting a 6-year-old off with, but not a professional footballer.
Yeah. Comes through to Ederson. So he can start again. Liverpool should really looked at it a little bit better there as far as I'm concerned and just try to get a pathway into half time. Ederson finds Ake. Ake back to Ederson. This all feels very, very, very looking for half time, but maybe I'll be wrong. Silva.
I think we certainly are.
Silva feeds, yeah, absolutely. Silva finds Walker. Walker pushes forward with it on this right hand side. It's held up really well by Diaz, though. It's a good contest that in both directions from both of them. Rodri, little wall pass with De Bruyne, and Silva can pick his pass again. He finds Grealish, and Grealish looks to run at Liverpool. Henderson stands him up. In the end, it comes an awful long way, but Andy Robertson deals with it. I think all players need to have a look at themselves there. It's with Mo Salah. Salah, what does he want to do? I think he should just look to run it if he can. He does twist it this way and that. And in the end, it's Cancelo looks to get back. It's brilliant play from Salah. It's fucking mad he's not got the throw. No, he has got the throw.
I think he has.
No, he hasn't. Fucking mad.
Nice little nutmeg. But yeah, he looks sharp. Doesn't he? The back end of last season, I think he played with a bit of a face on. He looked like he had the weight of the world.
It's the weight of the world more than anything, and it's what I don't want him to have.
No, and I don't think he has pre-season. I don't.
No.
He does not reading things into pre-season, but I think every element of what I've seen of him, he looks like a completely different person than he did in May.
I agree with that. I think the weight of the world thing though is a problem for him that he's going to have to, because we might get to May next year, and for one reason or other he might feel like he's got the weight of his world in his shoulders. Like I think he almost.
But I think that was a bit chicken and egg type thing.
So I think
the way that he wasn't scoring, and he felt that he should be scoring.
Yeah.
But if he'd have scored 4 or 5 goals more.
No, with that. So my point on this is, I actually feel in a really weird way like he's got to go one way or the other. He's either got to be more selfless or more selfish, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He's either going to be more focused on my own personal glory on the one hand, or more focused on the idea of, well, I'm just part of this team. And I think it's a really difficult balance for him. But I think that's what he came back from the AFCON and the World Cup qualifier.
Yeah. He was so down.
Yeah, like I've got to drag all this through. Really good header from Firmino. And he sort of didn't need to.
That's really good.
And he sort of, in a really weird way, even though he doesn't score, he has his best game the last couple of months in the final.
Yeah,
If you know what I mean? He's absolutely terrifying in the final. Really good ball from Big Kev, but it'll end up through to Adrian. And it's pretty much coming up to the half-time point now. So, I think he almost needs to be more, fuck these pricks.
Yeah.
I'm all about me.
Completely good, yeah.
Or the other way. But the good thing is he hasn't got a big game for Egypt.
No, exactly. Egypt probably haven't got a game until what?
Well, not really
Until
for
24. They've probably got to play some AFCON qualifiers. But,
good from Fabinho. Oh no! Well, you're not giving that at Anfield. 45, 30, 31, and 32. Great eyes, but just look at Grealish's hair though. It's a phenomenal do. It really is. What a header! Comes over to Diaz. Diaz finds Rodri, and Rodri does well to find back to Ake, but I think Liverpool are sort of all right if they keep passing back to Ake. Cancelo's played a little dinky one down the line. Sort of feel that's a different ball at this stage of a game in October, where it's a bit livelier. Henderson does brilliantly to find Trent, and Trent should just drill it, but doesn't.
got to put height on that. Regardless of whether it goes out for throw and goes out.
Oh, it's good for Liverpool. It's Firmino. Says foul me.
Foul
me. Why aren't you fouling me? Foul me now. Trent finds Thiago. The Liverpool could be in here. There's loads going on. Liverpool are 3v3. The 3v3. He goes to Mo Salah. Salah up against Ake. Salah looks to drill it across and find Diaz. Goalkeeper anticipates it really well, Phil.
This is the type of thing. Against the lesser side, there's other goalkeepers.
Firmino's won it back. Liverpool can go again. It's with Salah. Can Liverpool make it 2-0 before half-time? Thiago over to Firmino. Feels like Liverpool are just going to let the momentum dissipate now and take the whistle like sensible men. I agree with you in a sense that Thiago, there's a sense that he should just go forward with it, just carry it. He's so good.
He doesn't think about his pace, but he can probably drop a shoulder and do a defender or something. Like, it was more that if he took it, someone was going to have to come to him, and that would have created a couple of yards of space. Either side, maybe. I don't know who for, but one of them would have got a little bit more space, then you can feed them.
Absolutely.
It just felt like the ball was a bit...
It's half-time. It's half-time, Harry. How do we deal with this on Restream? Is there a Restream plan for dealing with half-time?
I actually have no idea.
Okay, well, what we could do is we could just turn the camera off and the microphone off and go from there. So we're going to mute the microphone on Restream and we're going to switch the camera off and then we'll do the same thing on Hot Mic. Liverpool 1-0 up against Manchester City. This has been good. This has been fun. More of this type of thing. It's been a really good game of football. In the comments,
In the comments, what?
in the comments, Kraz with the apostrophe in caps says you guys should grow your channel. So many people don't know about you guys. I'm with you, Kraz, but what have you done recently? Do you know what I mean? A bit more from you. Do you want to tell people?
I don't know who you are either,
Yeah,
Kraz.
no, but I mean, Kraz himself, you know, he's just one man, but who is he telling to grow his channel? You know, for me, as far as I'm concerned, that's what I want, Kraz. You've got to do the hard yards. We can only do so much. We're going to put so much budget behind it. We've only got so many pairs of hands, Kraz.
And also a big problem with this is we're mostly at actual football.
And well, that's the other reason why we don't do this something very often. We tend to be at the match. We're only not at this because, and I've not wanted to say it so far, but my view is that our end is mostly made up of wolves, spiritual wolves, if not actual wolves. I'm not saying, you know, I'm not saying these people come from the wool area of the Merseyrail map. I'm just saying that spiritually, you know, today was Pride in Liverpool. Yeah. There's a big Saturday night happening. I've got my badge on here.
One of my mates has gone out of, I know one person who's gone genuinely, and he basically described their end as an Oasis tribute. And ours is like a combination of a small number of people who will go everywhere.
Yeah.
Whatever. Some people who look a bit confused as to where they found themselves.
How's this happened to me?
And some people in between.
That's all right. It's all right. It's good. I mean, I'm pleased someone's gone. Yeah. The one thing I didn't want was our end to be empty. Don't get me wrong. It would have been mortifying.
They are comfy, aren't they, Harry?
What have you got?
Yeah. I told her about these the other night. The chair they are.
Fulton Brass in the comments says, to be fair, it's the best series, most emotional at the same time, the most analytical football channel in the history of YouTube. Now, we'll put aside the fact that the history of YouTube's not that long, Phil. You know, it's not long at all.
It's still long, though. It's still, like, quite broad.
But we will take that. Thank you very much indeed.
Get that printed off.
Just
put it up on the wall.
Just tell everyone you fucking know, is what I'm saying. We do market research stuff, and people say 99% of people who subscribe, literally pay money to the Anfield Wrap, would recommend it to a friend.
Just think if 99%, that's a 99% to 99%, a lot of people.
Well, that's what I do think, Phil, quite a lot, actually, so thank you for talking me through it. And yet, the subscriber number,
by the way,
is, we have of course,
45 seconds of
45 seconds of football, where something interesting happened that I'll come to in a second or two. Grealish has got it on the edge of our box, though, at the moment, moving this way and that, shaping his lovely little bum as it moves around. Ake finds Rodri. Rodri looks to play a little dink ball over to Morris. I think Morris is offside. Adrian deals with it. I think if there's VAR, he was offside. I'm saying he was offside because VAR would have given it.
I didn't think he was personally.
No, I was saying so. Like I've seen the Stockley Park footage.
Mike Dean is on.
We'll find out.
He was offside. Right, spot on.
He was offside.
Actually a decent save.
Some people are framing that as another crazy win for me. It's a brilliant save from Adrian. To go back to Fulton Brass. Yada, analytical football channel covering in the history of YouTube, shit like that, just saying offside.
Yeah, exactly. He knows.
Yeah, he sees the lines in real time.
Yeah, exactly.
Impact Company, wonderful. He sees the lines in real time. Absolutely tremendous stuff. So anyway,
in fairness, he's trying to get people to go elsewhere. Now he's telling someone the Argentinian commentary's class.
Oh, that's someone else. To be fair.
Yeah,
no, he agrees with
him.
Yeah, fuck off. Aguero and Suarez are no Atkinson and Blundell dickheads. Let's be crystal clear. It's over with that case. So there's a little thing that's happening here, which is Liverpool are almost at times a bit 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Out of possession.
Henderson's really supporting. Henderson's sitting on Bernardo Silva, I think, isn't he?
And that might be, I don't know if that's new or if that's something we're looking to do. Van Dijk's going to win this header. He's going to knock it back towards Thiago, and Thiago's going to get it into Henderson. Henderson looks after it and finds Robertson. Robertson finds Diaz, and Liverpool got a bit of room. Kyle Walker's left his post for a split second there.
A lot of space,
but unfortunately...
Just very well, Kyle Walker, isn't he?
Yeah, and that's... I've got a cheap one, Phil. We'll take
That's a nice cheap free kick back, because I just thought he hung his leg out, won the ball, and there's not a lot wrong with it.
Yeah, Mara's there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He kicked through his foot, didn't he? And it was Diaz's foot that made the contact with the ball.
It was indeed. Where are we? Come
on, Matt, you've got...
If the rapper series says, Joey Murray says, if the rapper series, there could be hot mics from the game. Honestly, you don't want that. You do not want that. Like, this is...
Could you imagine that?
Honestly.
Go down for a pint on 37 and missing something, and people know what's going on, and you're having a pint.
Well, it's not so much that. I mean, I don't do that.
No,
Me
me
and you don't do that. But the ball's going to Arroway, and I'll tell you.
You go down on 46, and someone's bought the pint, and it's way better.
The ball's got to Arroway from Andy Robertson. Fuck me, it's a big one. Over to the back post towards Fabinho, nearly wins it. Ake takes 2 out. It's come through 2 Salah. He should just put it back in. They're in disarray City. Comes in towards Roberto Firmino. The header's going to be won. Can Liverpool pick the bits up? They should definitely be picking the bits up. It is with Henderson. Henderson looks to find Robertson. Loads of pressure. It's a great header from Kyle Walker. It really is. It's a good ball from Henderson. Diaz is fighting for it. It's all weird that a foul's been given. I just think no one's ever in control of things there as it wears on. So if people were to mic me up for when I'm at Anfield, it's mostly one man ranting and raving about ball boys. Get the ball back faster. What the fuck are you doing?
Multi-ball this season.
I know, can't wait.
I'm really excited to see how teams try and waste time with it still.
Yeah, well, they'll find a way. Edison
Employ Ben
dinks
Foster.
it out gently towards Cancelo, but it's a dog of a ball, to be honest with you. It's 49, 24, 25, 26 and 27.
That is one thing I would genuinely do. This summer, I've got rid of Adrian and signed Ben Foster and educated everyone on the art of time wasting. Because there's no one better than anything on the planet than Ben Foster as a time waster.
He can take so much time over any goal kick. That was a better ball from Trent Alexander-Arnold than anybody thought it would be. Thiago's there, brilliantly blocking the lane. It's back with Salah. You think he's capable of anything, but he finds Henderson. Henderson finds Trent. Trent shapes it all the way out to Robertson. It was well over Robertson's head. I think Robertson all but acknowledged that he was in the wrong position, frankly.
Yeah, it was one of those blind balls that you just play thinking that's where you'll be. And he looked like he possibly could have jumped. It only just goes over his head. But then I suppose if he does manage to head it, what happens? That's a proper Thiago foul, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really good one. No subs from either side. I think it's mildly interesting. Is this Alvarez?
It is Alvarez, yeah.
Thought it was.
I think he looks German.
I think he could be really good for them.
He's older than I think a lot of people think.
Yeah, he's a serious footballer.
Years,
Yeah, he's a serious footballer.
That's definitely a fact.
It's fucking daft from Matip. And Grealish just sort of makes that crystal clear. It's fucking daft.
Refs should have to have a collar on the shirt, by the way, just to clarify.
Just for good order. Yeah, I agree.
He says not wearing it.
No, that's fine. You have to wear a collar.
Not referee.
You're not a referee. Your rule is referee should do this. I don't think Liverpool can put that many people in the wall, and in fact, City have taken it quickly. Yeah, Cancelo, he's got De Bruyne outside him. Liverpool a little bit of sleep. Andy Robertson as well knocks it behind for a corner kick, and Liverpool get themselves in shape. It's Big Kev looking to take it. 51, 16, 17, 18. Big Kev takes it. Where does it go? Absolutely fine from a Liverpool point of view. Will Trent look to play this? He will look to play it for a second. Comes back on his right foot, loops it over there.
Area to play the ball back into that.
Yeah, otherwise known as poor. Another forward by Van Dijk. Van Dijk, though, in the end, it's all going to come back to Virg. Virg looks after it, but not well enough. Grealish has got it. The game's like playground footy. It's like playground football.
I don't know what Henderson's complaining about there, because that was a very, very foul.
Yeah, it was a very, very foul. It was not a yellow card or anything like that. It was just a very, very foul. There'll be a bit of shape got back by both sides, really. Honestly, it's like playground football. That for a minute, it was just a football moving around.
You said this in the first half, didn't you? And this is sort of the way these games go.
Yeah,
absolutely how these games go.
They get reduced into it as it wears on. What's up, Harry? Otherwise,
Yeah, they're fine.
Ake nearly loses out to Henderson. He's really close to it, Henderson. I'll have another beer, please. Yeah, but there's no rush. Van Dijk, so good. Finds in the end Fabinho via Matip. Finds in the end Diaz. Diaz has got a split second because this football match is really weird because both sides are brilliant. It's lobbed back to Van Dijk. There's a little bit of space.
Go all in for about 3 minutes and then go, I need 2 minutes off.
We did a rest. Look at, by the way, how close Big Kev is to
Haaland.
Yeah, all the way through the game. Again, in the same way that both these managers theoretically, can he find him over to Salah? Salah it's nearly a brilliant ball. It's not quite, but Salah will keep it alive on this right hand side. He moves into the penalty area. He finds Henderson. Henderson does not want to go back to Salah because he'd been offside. He finds Salah the second time, though. Salah this way, and that dances He stood up by Cancelo. What can he get? He gets himself Jordan Henderson. Henderson's not got loads. He finds Salah. Salah finds Trent. Trent just shoot. Does shoot. And in the end, it ricochets off. And it's with Thiago on this left-hand side of the penalty area now. Thiago back to Robertson. Trent's come to play this side. Why not? Trent Alexander-Arnold arrows it forward towards Roberto Firmino. It's a brilliant ball. Jump on his back. No, John Matip looks after it instead. Don't do that now. Thiago's got it. We've got a numerical advantage. It comes across towards Firmino. It's really good defending from Ruben Diaz, who's good in that moment. Thiago just really puts his body in front. It might be a free kick. It might instead be a throw-in to Liverpool. Football came alive there.
On what planet is that a free kick?
I think he barged him a bit, Phil.
Nah, he just got his body in the way. He uses strength. Just good football.
A free kick to us, I thought.
Oh, no, I didn't think. That's exactly how little of a free kick I thought it was.
Yeah, I
thought you meant it was their free kick.
No. Henderson this way and that with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Firmino. Oh, it's a dog of a ball. It really is bad for Firmino.
Do you know
it's so bad. Let's come alive, boys. Let's come alive. Brilliant stuff. Oh, no, we're fucked now. We've got 5 the wrong side. It's 2v2. Again, it's playground football. Matip's going to be up against Grealish. Arnold's done really well. He's moved into the space that someone might occupy. It gets fired across, and Andy Robertson chests it back to the goalkeeper. Can all games be like this?
It was a 30-second period there where I think if he'd have paused it, might be playing lads, they wouldn't have remembered they were playing Manchester City. They were making loads of decisions that were like, oh yeah, we're just playing like Bournemouth at home at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. Oh shit, hang on, that's Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, let's not give it to De Bruyne in that area. They go long with it. Cancelo wins the first header. Henderson wins the second. Silva wins the third. Rodri looks to look after it. There's more to be won, though. It's brilliant from Firmino. And it ends up back with Thiago. And Liverpool are the better side. It's fucking mad. We come this way to Henderson, and Henderson finds Salah. Oh, let all games of football be like this. Salah goes back to Trent. Liverpool just took a breather.
He was playing Manchester City.
He did. Liverpool just went, fuck me. Look after the ball for a second or two. It's knocked forward there. Diaz has got it. He's looking after it. He's being harried by everybody. And in the end, he finds Trent having come off the left flank. It's good from Trent. He finds Firmino. Henderson's gone beyond. Can Henderson get his body in front of Cancelo? Come near post, Jordan. Oh, fuck off, lad. That's shite. He finds Salah badly. And Grealish makes the slide tackle. And Jordan's got to do it. For me there, Phil, I think he should just do the percentage thing that he normally do, which is finger across. It's with Trent, though, Phil. We haven't got time. It's with Matip, and Matip looks to carry it. It's 2v2 up front. Thiago looks to arrow it towards Fabinho. Liverpool got so much fucking room. Oh my God, find Diaz. Diaz has got it. He's up against the other Diaz. That's rubbish. And it's going to end up with Rodri. Liverpool are going to foul him. Maybe. They have a little look at it. Atwell has a little look as well. Henderson wins it back brilliantly. No, he fucking doesn't. It's rubbish. Big Kev doesn't know what to do because his main fella just ran offside. Matip run it back. That was brilliant defender from Liverpool.
That was shite from Haaland, by the way.
Haaland was just ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know who he thinks he's playing for or against. Robertson nearly finds Salah. Cancelo deals with it, goes out for a corner. This is a great game.
So I think there's a lot of these Liverpool players now they're going off on 60.
Yeah,
they've just sort of gone they're going very, very deep here. It's really good as a good sign of where they're at though, because you're playing Fulham next week and then Crystal Palace the week after. Fulham and Crystal Palace won't be something good what we're doing here.
No, not at all. Chance. Alvarez and Foden are coming on for Manchester City.
It looks like a combination, Alvarez, of if you merged Havertz and Werner.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout. Here is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Darwin's coming on. Big chat with Pep Landers. Here is Trent, right foot. Puts it into the penalty area. 2 City players managed to get it away between the two of them. Salah's got it now. He's going to go across to Thiago. I think, no, he's going to go instead to Andy Robertson. Robertson puts his foot on it. Pings it all the way back to Trent. Big Kev wins it. And it will go out for a throw-in.
The madness feels like it's probably a good thing for Nunes as well, I think. Darwin, just like the ball might just break to him.
Yeah, no, very much so. There's a lot of that here.
Whereas Firmino's probably not going to get himself into the position where it breaks.
Yeah.
To him.
Interesting subsidies.
Yeah, I mean they're very much. This is pre-season.
But I think I want to know. I want to know what Alvarez.
I do as well. Yeah, I want to think. It looks like I think still Foden going to play right wing this season. I think that's the way he played all last season. But I thought there was an argument that he might play a little bit deeper.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of clapping. Presumably Roberto Firmino. It is indeed, as Darwin comes on.
Bring the Uruguay flags out to retirement after the departure of Sebastian Coates.
It was a real blow for all of us.
It's one of the greatest goals I've ever witnessed.
Oh, genuinely, one of the great Liverpool goals.
We'll forget about that particular game of football.
It's the only thing that ruins the goal.
Yeah.
Van Dijk says to Robertson, "Don't go there because I'm not playing the ball."
Not a great
They're still playing two up. So Alvarez has gone wide on one side, and presumably Foden's gone wide. He's gone wide on the left. Liverpool look to play really direct. Yep, he's gone left. There is Foden.
Was De Bruyne gone up front? I don't know.
De Bruyne's just close. They're playing through. They've all just tried to arrow through there. It's not
like
working.
they're playing like a fluid front four, but only Haaland is staying up.
It's 4-2-1-3. It's poor from Liverpool, but they can look after Robertson. Darwin is offside, but we'll just sort of plough on and see what happens. Still Darwin. Clattered into him, lad. Yeah, it's offside. That's what we all thought all the way through.
It's fun making noises.
It is fun making noises, John.
I mean, they're going to have to check it was offside, aren't they, first?
No, they're not just going to play.
No, but I mean, in terms of... You just had the check. They're going to... Because if it's a penalty, you have to check the offside. That is offside.
He was offside, yeah.
It was closer in the end than I thought.
Yeah, I think he's moving that way.
To each other. He doesn't get the ball.
It is a penalty. It is a penalty if it counts. But he was offside, sadly, in the area. Fuck me.
But I don't think he did.
It's clumsiness on toast from Ederson. Ake having a little look, seeing the massive lad in front of him, goes back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper goes forward. They turn and come. Darwin looks to win it back. Referee's going to give the free kick.
It was Thiago was the foul, I think, wasn't it? Wasn't Darwin.
Out to Cancelo. Henderson. Oh, possibly even should. I'd rather say that sort of thing, but possibly should win it back from Silva, who just looks a little bit sloppy there for a split second. I feel like City have got a big five in the mirror, and then they might go pop. It's with Rodri, and Rodri goes to
Similar
Silva.
happened in that game 3 years ago.
Yeah,
when they'd had a similar pre-season. So you've got to wonder how much is in their legs in all seriousness.
Yeah. It's over with Cancelo. Cancelo finds De Bruyne. De Bruyne's got options, but he goes back to Cancelo. Cancelo goes back to De Bruyne. De Bruyne's still got options because he plays for Manchester City. It's brilliant from Robertson in terms of putting himself in a certain situation. But yes, as Phil says, I don't know what he does. But Diaz is going to look to run him. He is trying to look to run Rodri, and Rodri cannot get near him. Genuinely, Rodri just packed up. He plays a really ambitious ball, Diaz, towards Salah. It is the right ball, as Phil says. Salah, though, has to come wide for it. Comes back to Fabinho. Fabinho wants to turn back this way. Trent. Rodri there might as well just held the flag up.
It was the way he went, yeah, you've got me here, mate. Yeah. It's like a professional foul. Remember when Solskjaer just absolutely clattered Alan Shearer? There was someone, wasn't it? Just clatters him and he just walks off and went, yeah, fair enough. It was a bit like that in terms of just an acceptance.
It was Salah sloppy, but it's fine because nobody thought it would be. And it's fine. Henderson. Play him. Oh, neither one thing nor the other there from Jordan. Neither one thing nor the other. He's apologising to everyone, rightly so. With Nunes first, but I think he'd be right to also apologise to Diaz. Just neither one thing nor the other. Bernardo Silva picks it up off the goalkeeper. I think this game is basically almost final whistle on 70 minutes.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. If it's 1-1 on 70, I think we might just get a penalty. Like you may as well just call it a penalty shootout then.
Rodri goes forward, 1-2 Bernardo. Bernardo, I think, has worked ever so hard. They look to get down the line here, but Van Dijk should come across to deal with Alvarez and doesn't go to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper takes a second and knocks it forward to Robertson, but it's a shit ball. But it could have been a lot worse.
He had men surrounding him, and ultimately his other option was to just boot it to the halfway line and hope for the best. Shall I sub out for?
Yeah, why don't you sub out for whoever fancies it? It's over to Cancelo with Foden back to De Bruyne. Finds Foden finds Cancelo, Cancelo and Rodri have got very similar body shapes. Headed forward by Diaz. Diaz looks to then see if he can go and win his own flick on. He can't, and we will go from there. They've lobbed it back, and It's a great game, John. It really is.
Tom saying Frisky Echo is the name of my favourite indie breakthrough band of 2022. It's funny.
Well, it is funny, but also elsewhere, the Everest production saying Clumsiness on Toast. I think I saw them at an indie festival once. It is with massive...
all adaptions of Anfield Wrap jokes, which I love about them.
Absolutely. Salah can get in there. Salah. Look to hit Darwin. And it's good body position from Ake because he had no moves, John, other than what he did. And it worked for him. And I always respect that, man.
Yeah, he got away with it, but to be fair, there was some more for us in the first half with Matip, so it
yeah.
sometimes.
Oh yeah, massively.
And you've got to respect the position and all that, but yeah.
Just not basically stand here and hope for the fucking best.
I enjoyed Luis Diaz running that fast before.
It was great, wasn't it? No, it was great. It was great to see. Adrian looks to see if he can get one of the dead fast lads in. Darwin wins it, finds Henderson. Henderson can just put him in. Let's just put him in. It's Darwin. It's really well saved by Ederson. Ederson's quick off his line there. He anticipates he's got a problem. I think he might be injured there, Ederson, by the way. He's not got up at all. Fuck off. Kyle Walker's going this way and that, and Fabinho's making it all be this Sunday league. It's with De Bruyne. De Bruyne loses out to Henderson, who claims a brilliant handball. Well done, Jordan.
Yeah, because the ref can't see that, but he claims it so well. I mean, Ederson's really good at that, isn't he? He's a great keeper for that sort of thing, and he gets out and hits him right in the face. Ooh. So that's why he's made.
Yeah, he's stamped his him in the fucking face. Yeah, it's absolutely right in the grid. Absolute grid. He's dinked him. Yeah, he's fucking done you right in the grid, lads. I know.
Yeah. Absolutely fair play, but he's showing. Well, there's a lot of things that showed there, but one of them is having a number 9 who is in those positions, and I thought Firmino was really good. But obviously he's coming people out, whereas Darwin is ready there to pounce when we need him. And it's a great ball by Henderson, who's had a bit of a up and down game really, but he was absolutely spot on there with his way to pass and also when he released it, and obviously stepping in to win it as well. And yeah, here we go again. You'll see it. Behind the goal, they go, and here we go. Well, 6 inches either side, it's in, isn't it? Because he does the right thing.
He's lifted it over him. He has lifted it over him. If he doesn't hit him in the face, he's forgot his face. He's remembered the shoulders. He's forgot the face.
He thought I need to get over this body, and then it's boomed him in the end.
Yeah.
Yes, 6 inches either side to go.
Everyone's having a drink, and in the YouTube comments, Tyrone Williams-Jr. says he's new to soccer and he cheers for Liverpool. You made some smart moves here, Tyrone. Keep making them.
Yeah, the most fun side.
Yeah, stick with those. We're all going in the right direction. We're all doing it together, and that is the best part of it all. There's EFL highlights tonight on ITV4. It says here, did you know about this?
No, I saw Burnley had 70% possession last night.
Dominated it against Huddersfield. Much the better side, played some great stuff.
70% possession, which is like what they get in 3 games normally.
Yeah, adding it up cumulatively.
Huddersfield was this team as well. They come 5th last year.
They did supposedly did a bit weaker, and we've not looked into the detail. I've got no more to say. Okay. Phil might know, but he's not on mic anymore, and you're loath to praise him. What do you think the little blue thing is? Do we know? Is this a thing that I should know what it is? Because we've got one and he's got one.
It's Mind, isn't it?
Is it Mind?
I think it's Mind. I think it's what's on the back of the Football League shirts.
Okay, good.
And this is officially an FA competition.
We'll look into it more. Bits and pieces here. Foden does brilliantly against Henderson. Henderson does brilliantly against Rodri. I think
it's funny with the subs, isn't it? I was going to mention that because a lot's been made of the 5 subs and how the top clubs have pushed for it. And so I think plenty will be made about the fact that so far we've only seen 1 for Liverpool and 2 for Man City. But when it was always made out that they'll use it to win games, and I was always very sceptical. I always say bring up the Spurs game where we made 0 something from Munich. Yeah. Actually, for the top teams when it's cagey, they don't actually make subs.
No.
What Klopp wants to do is, I'm winning 4-0. Let's get loads of lads off.
Yeah.
That's what he wants. That's all he wants to do. He doesn't want to beat you. He doesn't want to beat you by subs. He wants to save legs when he's twatting teams.
Oh, that's great. What a fucking ball that is from Ederson. And they've absolutely opened Liverpool up, but Alvarez makes the wrong run, frankly. I completely agree.
That's the same for both managers.
Yeah, both managers feel the same way, yeah. Salah does expertly. Salah could go again. Oh, it's brilliant from Cancelo. Really is brilliant from Cancelo. Brilliant panic defending. Rodri, Henderson. I think Henderson's played really well last 10. Nearly smuggles it away there and finds someone. Dinked all the way out now. to Cancelo. Cancelo's got Bernardo outside, and Bernardo might need to start to push a little bit further forward. Foden coming in, doing scraps. City, just loads of footballers, to be honest with you. Big Kev comes back one there. Play more to the right all of a sudden. Finds Rodri. Rodri, what's he want to do?
Nice.
Fabinho wins it brilliantly, blocks it all the way back to Ake. Ake finds Bernardo Silva.
Tyrone Williams says Salah is dope. He's figured it out already.
Yeah, that's it. You Haaland comes
You
back.
boxed it, lad. You boxed pussy.
Haaland comes back and wins it well there against Fabinho. Liverpool look a little leggy to me. Cancelo shown inside, dinks it all the way out to Walker, who'll go back one to the main fella. He arrows it in. Adrian does really well, and he might just need to wallop it and does, and that's absolutely fine. No one thinks he's any better than that, and he doesn't either, and that's what matters. No, not in a rude way. I think
He's dealt with the cross and dealt with the results.
Yeah, absolutely. We're all just playing games of football here, and we're all going to make mistakes. It's Cancelo, and he comes back to Silva. Silva this way and that, commits Henderson. There's a lot of space for Foden. Comes across. Joel Matip does mad shit. Fabinho clears it brilliantly, and Diaz has got space to run into, although he's up against Kyle Walker this time and not Rodri. Look at Kyle Walker should not be allowed out the house.
This way. He just can't quite
get where he needs to. No, it's mad how fast Kyle Walker is. He's 31 for fuck's sake. This has got to stop at some point soon, John.
He's so good. This is what makes me laugh about the England right back thing. Where, like, I understand why we've got Trent back and he's all that, but fucking hell, England have got so many good right backs, it's insane.
Yeah.
And he's one of them. And Reece James is boss as well. And do you know what? Kieran Trippier,
you back
him.
Yeah, well, you'd fucking back him.
Yeah, exactly.
And he takes a great set piece.
Yeah.
It's out to be Kev. Kev can find Foden. Foden's the man to worry about. He hits Adrian. Adrian goes for it again. Fuck off, lads. We've given something. We've given offside. Given offside. I'm claiming that one for a really solid fuck off, lads.
I think it was spiritually not a goal, wasn't it? Like, no, they're on.
I think
Here? No, here?
He's got both hands. The feeling behind us is going to end up standing through VAR. This, I think he's got two hands on it there from Foden, and if that's what they look at, then we could be all right. So have a little look. He's got two hands on it. As far as I'm concerned, he's got two hands on that.
It's whether it's...
No, he's got two hands on it and he's got it on the ground.
But I don't think he's disallowed it for that.
No, I think that's my worry, but my worry is, but they're meant to look at everything. Phil feels one phase, that's it. So Phil thinks this is going to stand. I think this is possibly going to stand, but I don't think it should, because I think he's got two hands on it and like kicks it out of his hands.
Would it be nice for him, I suppose, first goal on his shirt? Not that I'm looking for nice things. Yeah, he's onside.
Foden's onside.
They're both on.
It's going to get
They
given.
don't seem to be worrying about anything else.
I think you're right. I think it's going to get given. I don't like that it's getting given, because I think our keeper's got both two hands on the ball.
But they're not concerned about that, are they? Seemingly, unless they're looking at it and we're not seeing it. It's taking a while, though.
Yeah, they're looking at something more than the offside. Yeah.
Phil says they're looking at something more, and I would suggest they are. So they're going, well, it might be all right for that, but we want to look at this. We don't always get the angles that the ref gets.
No. Just give the goal. Fuck off. I think the goalkeeper's got it. I think the goalkeeper's got two hands on it, and Foden kicks it out with his two hands.
Yeah, we'll have to find out whether that's something that they're able to look back on. They've enjoyed it. Can the keeper do any better here? I think he's got to try and grab it, hasn't he? I think he's just got to try and grab it.
I think he gets two hands on it. I genuinely think he gets two hands on it, and therefore I think that's, for me, that's my beef, not anything else. He's got two hands, and Foden goes and challenges for it, which, by the way, Foden's entitled to do, but at the point at which Foden kicks it, he's got both hands on it. Phil, can you check the two-hand thing out for me?
Anyway, yeah, some Harvey Elliott, so that's nice.
On Twitter, everyone's saying it was clearly 2 hands on the ball, but I don't know if that's checked.
And we get some James Milner. Just to get Trent off.
So Milner's coming on to play right back.
So Henderson's gone.
Lost its shit.
Okay, we've got 17 minutes to win it. If not, it'll be penalties, which will be quite interesting. Adrian has won a penalty shootout for Liverpool, of course, in the Super Cup.
So the goalkeeper is considered being control of the ball with his hands when the ball is between the hands between the hand and any surface, or touching it with any pass. So ultimately, he's got two hands on it. But can you see if we've looked into it, Phil, or Harriet, or anyone? Because that's what I don't understand. Like, I'm quite happy to have a big chat about onside or offside, but it's hugely annoying.
Anyway, the fact is, it's 1-0.
Well, it's given. Being given. Like, what I don't want is for it to end up being a thing about the fucking goalkeeper, because the goalkeeper's firstly played well, but also secondly, I think he does all right there. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't think it will. I think he's done really well up to this point. And listen, he still might be the hero if we win the game or it goes to penalties or whatever. So I don't think it will be a thing on the keeper. I think he's done everything he can, and I think he looks to have it under control there. He can't do anything else from the initial one.
No,
anyway,
really good ball. It's Alvarez. Alvarez has got Haaland inside. Robertson does really well, gets back in on the cover. As Sharpie says, there's the Leicester one last year that got called because Schmeichel had one hand on the ball and one hand, and the ball was also on the turf, and that was given enough to say he was in control of it. The ball goes forward there. Van Dijk looks after it. It's with Robertson, and Robertson knocks it forward.
Yeah, it looks two hands. I mean, you're not entirely sure, but they never showed it enough. So
comes back onto Gundogan forward. Bernardo Silva looking to run at it, clearly being pushed on. Certainly since Gundogan's come on, but I think even before, it's gone behind for a goal kick to Liverpool.
Someone's making a point here about Foden coming on, and yeah, he's a class above. He's a brilliant footballer.
Salah this way and that. What can he find? Elliott wants. Elliott gets Diaz
Six
all the way
hits.
over, if you can see it. Instead, he goes to Darwin. Darwin looks to drill it across. Ricochets off the Manchester City player. Liverpool can start again with Darwin. Darwin finds Milner. Milner finds Elliott. Elliott across onto Fabinho. Needs to go back to him and does. It's with Elliott now. He goes over to Matip, and Matip finds Robertson. Robertson.
Yep.
Back to Robertson. Yeah. Elliott came on for Henderson and Milner came on for Trent. It's over with Van Dijk. Van Dijk comes across to Matip. Matip, what can he see? You can see Harvey Elliott. Elliott turns, goes forward, finds Salah. Salah dinks it over the head of James Milner, which is hugely frustrating. Cancelo knocks it forward, finds Haaland. Thiago's done brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly, and Thiago surges away from Alvarez. He finds Diaz. Diaz has got Robertson looking to run away from him. There is Robertson. Robertson finds Diaz, and Diaz comes this way and that, finds Robertson. Robertson arrows it in towards Darwin. In the end, it's hacked clear by Manchester City, but they've hacked it clear really effectively. And Alvarez, he's got movement all around, and what can he find? He's forced backwards, but he finds Gundogan. Gundogan goes back one more himself. He finds Rodri. Liverpool should be able to get themselves back set and have, and Manchester City are happy enough to get themselves back set as well. Thiago looks to Harry Gundogan. Gundogan comes across. He finds Ake, and Ake goes over to Cancelo, and Manchester City will look to just look after the ball for a minute or two. It's 77, 35, 36, 37, and 38. Kyle Walker gesturing this way and that. His manager behind him, vexed by the shortage of options, wants them to go a bit more direct, but it's interesting that they're not. It's with Ake, and Ake has a little look, but instead he goes to Gundogan. Gundogan will come across to Rodri. They've kept a little box four. They haven't moved that City. They've just released Bernardo Silva to play a different role. Silva's on this right-hand side, and he looks to run at Diaz. got it under control, goes back one, finds Kyle Walker, Walker finds Rodri, and Rodri shapes it all the way out. It is Cancelo up against James Milner. Cancelo knocks it forward, but brilliantly anticipated by Harvey Elliott, who finds Milner himself. And Milner, what's he want to do? He wants to go down the line if he can. He's being fouled massively by Phil Foden. Referee doesn't give anything. Elliott finds Adrian, and Adrian knocks it up the line, but it will go out for a Manchester City throw. It's a foul for me, that, John.
Yeah, they've got they've got a bit of impetus now after the score. No City. To be honest, I was thinking we just see the game out. I wasn't thinking they were going to score when they get one, and now they're stepping into these things a little bit sharper, and but that might maybe help Liverpool the other way. Who knows? We'll see. Someone only is predicted a Darwin Núñez 84th minute winner, and that'll be fucking lovely, wouldn't it?
It'll be absolutely perfect. It's over with Ake. Ake doesn't really like where he is. Liverpool's press is quite sharp here. Darwin could have done with angle on that run a little bit more because the vet ends up being able to play Gundogan into space. It goes forward again there. And it is with Bernardo Silva and City are 5-on-5. I don't know if Liverpool are entirely aware of that. They've shaped it all the way up.
Yeah, well
Milner's there brilliantly positioned gorgeously.
It's with Milner as well.
Goes forward, find Darwin.
Yes,
Darwin finds Salah. Liverpool are moving forward. It's 3 versus 4 now from a Liverpool point of view. It's Mo Salah. It's over to Darwin. It's Darwin. It's a handball. Oh my God, it's such a handball. It is such a handball.
I mean,
they've gone along with it, Manchester City. They're looking to play into Liverpool's right-hand side, Liverpool's left-back position. The ball comes right the way across. It's gone beyond Foden. Someone's got to have a fucking look at that.
Let's have a look.
Salah hangs it up with his right foot. There is Darwin. He heads it forward.
Yeah. Oh, fuck off. It's going in the goal, you prick. Oh, you're joking. It's going in the fucking back of the net.
It's such a handball.
Have we not got far now?
Yeah, there is.
You're looking at it.
They must be looking at it, and indeed, there's a lot of Atwell going, what the fuck? There's a lot of James Milner, there's a lot of
Milner's
Thiago.
Brilliant there, by the way, because I think a lot of players just clear it, but he brings it down and fucking goes.
He's tremendous, yeah. Thiago, there's quite the debate that's ongoing here. He's got to be asked to go and look at it. Surely he's a fucking god. He is being asked to go and look at it. He's doing the big TV screen. Oh, I'm going to go and have a look at it. It's surely going to be a Liverpool.
You feel for Darwin though, because it looks like he's just nesting in the corner, and it was a lovely header. Was it? It was an amazing move. And you're like,
yeah, it was the one that you want.
Hey. Can't tell him where the screen is. It's like, yeah, you can see it, mate.
Headed by Darwin. There's his hand. It hits his hand.
His hand can't be there.
Yeah, it's an unnatural position. I'm sorry.
I've seen the silhouettes.
I've seen lots of them. He's looking at it over and over again. Is it Paulson or is it Atwell? Have we got confirmation? If we are giving it the penalty, taking it, John Salah or Darwin.
Salah, fucking Mo Salah. Or maybe Milner.
Maybe Milner. It's been given. Curtis Jones is delighted. He's not the only one.
He's fucking great, isn't he, Curtis Jones?
Salah's taking it, not Milner. Okay.
In front of Allah.
Here it is. The really good move from Liverpool. It's got themselves a result.
Yeah,
what the fuck? Honestly, this going to the referee now. He's looked at it on the fucking screen. He should start genuinely doing yellow cards.
Punched it off the line, dickhead.
Yeah. Honestly, go fuck yourself, you Portuguese fucking waste of time.
I'll say, Hey! I'll say again, no, that goal's made by James Milner because his positioning is controlled and the way he just fucking goes. You know what? I can't just clear this, but we're going to bring it down.
I'm going to find a man.
Go. It's unreal. It shows the value of having a midfielder, a fullback. You know, I mean, Robertson and Trent are listening to good enough footballers to play midfield. I'm not having a go at them, but if they can't play, I'd rather play a good footballer than a good defender. Yeah. Personally.
With it 100%. I mean, there's a lot.
Get a grip, lad.
Yeah, fucking off the Charity Shield, son. We'll all be all right in the end.
Get a fucking grip.
Yeah, one way or the other. Do not be wetting the bed off the back of this. Here is Mo Salah. He's about to step up. There's loads of bits and pieces. Everyone's moving around. Ederson's busy. There's a dove. I don't know where that came from.
Unnecessary.
It is Mo Salah. Salah steps up and he's and it's Liverpool by 2-1, and it's James Milner who's the first to him, and then Darwin's the next one to him. Don't think these lads don't all fucking love each other. There's 3 lads there who might have wanted the pen, one scored it, and they're absolutely delighted for him, John.
Listen, the main thing is it goes in the back.
Exactly.
Doesn't it? And Liverpool are up. It's 83 minutes. Right in front of our end as well, which is brilliant. You can see it there. And listen, they celebrated their goal big, so fucking have that against.
Absolutely. Look at there. Salah arrows it round. He goes the right way. Ederson, it's a great pen, to be fair. He nearly gets there, Ederson.
Yeah, he's a good goalkeeper, like you said before. And he knows where Salah's going to go, but there's no one who's going to do and save it. And that's another thing. Listen, he's an elite footballer, elite striker. He's long for top goal scorer this season, is all I would say.
What is it? What is he? What price is he? 6. That is long.
I mean, I think he should be 2-1 personally. So
no, that is long. I'm saying that's long.
I'm not saying Phil can't do his job, but
Phil can do his job to a degree, John. Let's not get carried away. To a degree, John. Phil, to a degree.
Yeah, some Naby Keita.
Naby Keita. That's nice.
I think we're going to see a lot of this space this season.
Okay, Naby Keita. There's Thiago, giving everyone a high five on the way off. Gundogan knocks it back. Finds Diaz, who shapes it. It's with Rodri, and Rodri, it all comes back. There's Diaz, there's Gundogan. And Liverpool will be under a bit of pressure here, I think, for the rest of the game. They've already got 4 forwards on the pitch, Manchester City, to all intents and purposes. It's lumped long in this instance. Little nick there by Rodri. Well brilliant football. Salah nearly finds Elliott, but he finds Milner instead. Milner finds Elliott. Elliott turns. Salah wants. Elliott goes. Salah should support him. No, doesn't. Well, in fact, it's not Salah's fault. It's Elliott's fault.
Yeah, just a bit too keen there, wasn't he? You can see what he's trying to do, but yeah, just a little bit too keen.
Absolutely. Walker doing lots of gestures, lots of body language from Walker, and in the end, Darwin does brilliantly. Fucking gorgeous from Harvey Elliott. He finds Salah after bringing it down. Darwin runs offside for a split second, so Salah does the right thing. Yeah. He's getting yards. Cancelo doesn't want to know when Salah's carrying the ball. He really doesn't. Salah goes back 1-2. Milner should find Elliott. Elliott can turn. Keita. No. Keita. Yes. Keita moves to the penalty area. And there is Nathan Ake.
That was like when I play 5-a-side with Kev. Each shot contradicts the last one. Honestly, Kev playing 5-a-side. Stand off him, close him! Yeah, time man on's the best. I love a time man on. But Liverpool are playing really well.
They're playing really well indeed. Milner knocks it off, and Salah will surely go back to Milner. Milner has a little look, wants to find Salah. Now he just gets it out from under his feet. It in. Header. Just wide from Núñez. Really good header coming to the near post. Wins it. It could easily have looped into the top corner. Instead, it just goes 1.5 yards wide. But it's a good enough effort under the circumstances. He just buys that little yard over Nathan Ake there. Haaland's nowhere near him. Ake's in no man's land. And it's nearly Darwin opening his Liverpool account in at least a semi-competitive match. Ederson, please. Liverpool have won it back, by the way. We've got no idea how the fuck it happened, but we are where we are. Milner's got it into...
I've heard they don't want to know, Neil.
Do you think they don't want to know?
I've heard rumors they don't want to know.
There we are. It is back with Adrian, I presume. I haven't got a fucking clue because the camera's cut again. We need a press pass, John. It's nodded on by Luis Diaz. They should just give it to Andy Robertson's won it really high. Mo Salah's moving. Andy Robertson's in the bell end. He's a fucking bell end. He is a fucking bell end. I am so team Mo Salah in this dispute. What the fuck, John? Come on. I love that. That's a late hand of apology, I hasten to add. That's the hand of apology of a lad who knows, fuck me, I should have just found someone.
The only thing is he did win it. So if someone passed to him, if someone passed to him, I'd be absolutely fuming with him.
Man City have just kicked it out for a cheap throw, Adam.
I've heard they don't want to know.
They don't want to know, John.
quite sure if they've kicked it out.
No, but we didn't have any image, but they've kicked it out.
He's quietly celebrating.
Honestly, it's so funny, the idea of imagine playing football with Mo Salah, knowing right now that you're going to have to go back into the dressing room with Mo Salah. I haven't done that, John. I'd want to get off.
I mean, he 100% should pass, but he did win it.
He did indeed.
Only 10%.
Adrian finds Fabinho. Fabinho finds Matip. Cuts into the meat of a number of City players, but does brilliantly. Naby Keita's got so much space. Look at Luis Diaz, Naby. Look at Darwin. Oh, it's brilliant from Ake. It really is. If not Darwin was in on goal, I think that Diaz might have been the right pass, though, to be fair, given the arc of the right foot. But it's fucking easy for me to say. And Haaland has just fouled Virgil van Dijk entirely unnecessarily. And there we are.
I think he might be finished, Haaland, to be honest. I think this might be it.
He's not finished.
Yeah, just fucking moves across Virgil there.
Naughty, though. Naughty.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an elbow in the face. Yeah, no need for it. He's nowhere near the ball.
Oh.
Carvalho's coming on for. Luis Diaz getting a big hook from Jurgen in transit. Was a nice hook.
That's how I'm going to hook Fuad when he comes back from Germany.
Good
He
hook.
looks a bit like Fuad. Plays a bit like him.
Yeah, but without the finish. Carvalho getting himself in, getting himself settled, and we're going to see where this ends up. Carvalho, or has he got the ball? Goes back to Robertson. Robertson, what does he want to do? Goes down the line, but Darwin is very offside. And knows enough to know that he shouldn't go near it. Edison's got it now. Edison pings it off to Nathan Ake. Ake forward to Rodri. Rodri dinks it beautifully to Cancelo. Cancelo is nearly fouled by Salah but stands up instead. And then nearly fouled by Fabinho. It's fucking brilliant from Cancelo, frankly. He finds Bernardo Silva. Silva's got a man running beyond him. He doesn't use him. He puts it into the penalty area instead. Fabinho into the header. Phil Blundell claims for a high foot. Instead, they go forward. Manchester City, the referee's not giving it. It's Foden. +7. Fuck off. It comes out to the right-hand side. And it's with Kyle Walker. It's a lot. Yeah, we've all
It's not very community.
No, we've all got fucking homes to go to is what I'm saying.
Boney Emerald appeared, that lad.
Bernardo Silva knocks it back one. Pops it over here. Here is Alvarez. Alvarez forward, and there is Foden. And Fabinho doesn't foul anyone. Foden goes to Kyle Walker. There's Bernardo Silva. And Carvalho does well, but he concedes the corner. Would you send the keeper up?
No. It's a bit too early. Maybe in 4.
I'd send it's on the Community Shield. You know what I mean? It's nice for him. Practice.
I'd wait 4.
All right. Ball arrowed in.
Especially with that delivery, Christ.
And that's a mad thing from Ake, that's a foul. But anyway, Alvarez has got it. It's not been given. It's looped back, and they're going to win that on the back post. It went dead. Goalkeeper said it. The lines have said it. Line says it's gone dead. Yeah, it is the same.
Can't
line.
keep that prick out the action, can you?
Really can't. It looks like an extra from EastEnders.
Yeah, he does. He's got like a real buzz cut as well.
Yeah, I feel like he's won a prize to get to be a liner.
It's like Norman Wisdom vibe.
Yeah, there's just a lot going on. Adam said a slight Norman Wisdom vibe.
He had his haircut either yesterday or this morning, I'd say.
The liner.
Yeah.
Yeah. It goes long from the goalkeeper. We're approaching 92 minutes, but there's still an age left to play. Harvey's got it. He finds Darwin this way and that. This way and that. Everyone does well. But immediately, Darwin feels as though he has got himself an injury at this point.
I think he's just buying time.
I think he's buying time as well, but we'll get to see it. I think his ankle does go underneath. Oh, no, that's nice in the end. So it's possible that it is a bit worse than I thought.
He's up. Since the ref, come on, lad.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. You've got to plot back the way.
Good job, Ken.
Yeah.
Tam, you said it's a MAGA haircut, and I agree. It's very Storm the Capital. The linesman's haircut.
Do you think so?
I can't believe how much time went into my life, to be honest, because he spoke to Liverpool 3 months ago.
I know, but I'm into it big time.
Yeah, cool. When are we on for the pint tie?
Yeah, get yourself over for the game. Don't fuck about now.
I like your vibe.
Yeah, you're in this much. You need to come further. Come to Anfield. Brilliant header from Milner. I think it's the through ball. The goalkeeper's weird. Diaz, yeah, the goalkeeper. Carvalho looks after it. It's Nunes. It's Carvalho. It's still Carvalho. What's he going to do? He finds Salah. He's got Elliott outside and he pings it to Robertson. Robertson, Darwin. Get in!
Take your shirt off, man.
Take your fucking shirt off.
Who gives a fuck? Obviously did the right thing that time.
Fucking right, he did. It's wonderful football. It's 3-1 Liverpool. Who gives a shit if it's the Community Shield and it's at the King Power? It's the greatest moment in our football club's history. Liverpool have made it 3-1 in injury time. Look at it. The massed hordes off the back of it. My God, John, it does not get better than this.
Tyrone's got his kicks off. We're all off to time. I think it's a great Carvalho as well. He's above to the goal. He pings it. Mo Salah always picks the right option.
Smart.
Over there. That's a number 9.
That is.
Number 9.
And Robertson's reaction is absolutely delightful. He launches himself across it there, the big man. The big man absolutely is irresistible. Carvalho celebrates. Robertson celebrates. Before the balls even hit the back of the net. Andy Robertson is regal as fuck. And it is 3-1 Liverpool. And they will win the Community Shield.
I've took a shirt off like that, swinging at it. I've never looked like that in my life. But, I know,
there he is with the manager. He's got his yellow cards. Who gives a fuck?
Doesn't even matter. Curtis Jones is coming over as well. This is the best night of your life.
Mo Salah comes off. Liverpool. Are we top of the league, John? That's what I feel like we are.
We should be.
Like, if they gave this 3 points, it'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
I mean,
wasn't City gets to play 39. Because it's not like what any other team does is going to fucking matter anyway. You know, it's like we've got an unfair advantage on fucking Everton.
No, but I feel like it's an early, like we've won the toss. It's the equivalent of, it's the Ashes. It's five tests, but it's first test and we won the toss.
It's cloudy as well.
That's what it feels like to me.
It's important that it's cloudy.
Yeah.
Gunsman looks to go forward on this right-hand side, but honestly, he's wasting his fucking time. Over and over again, as if you're fucking scoring 2 from this point, you fucking Mancunian pricks. It goes back one. Ruben Diaz has got it.
How's the Queen now, dickheads?
Yeah, honestly, how is the Queen now? Diaz dinks it out to Cancelo. Cancelo has a little look at James Milner. 2 fullbacks each wearing 7. It ends up with Curtis Jones. I think it was handball as well, mate, but who gives a shit? There's no justice. Harvey Elliott is carrying the ball. Which way is it going to go? Sadly to Rodri. Could have done without that, really, in that moment. But it's gone back to Ake. Ake dinks it off. Cancelo, it's Ake. They've got 50 seconds to score 2 goals. I don't fancy them. They've pinged it over there, and it is Bernardo Silva. Silva arrowing forward. There's Foden, drills it. Great save.
Hey, fuck off, Robert!
There we are.
Dickhead!
That's all the insight you need from John Gibbons.
I think I should have get 5 this year. Based on that.
Tremendous, honestly. There's Foden. He's on side as well, John. It would have counted if it had gone in.
Did he save it?
No, he absolutely did not
I know
save
it at the
it.
bar.
No. He does save the first one. It's right at him.
He might be finished.
He might be finished, John. Like
Well, maybe he never started. Maybe he's always
Shevchenko.
Yeah, maybe he's always shite.
There it is. Adrian's urging the mighty boys in red forward. Right now, if I supported Manchester City, I'd be on the fucking march. There's only one road out in and one road out of that city, you know, boys. You just need to go. You need to go now. The referee, he's checking his earpiece. God knows what's being said within it. It ends up going out for a throw into Liverpool. What's he going to do? What, literally add on the 15 seconds? Is he going to add on the 15 seconds? Here we are, Keita. There we are. There we are.
Oh, yes.
Look at Darwin. He fucking loves it. Loves the whole enterprise. He's got himself his first medal from a Liverpool point of view. Mo Salah scored a massive goal. Mo Salah's probably man of the match. I mean, he probably just is, isn't he?
Yeah, it's one of those where maybe if you give it to him today, you give it to him for every game. So you might have to, be conscious of these things.
What would be the best footballer on the planet?
He is unreal. He's going to be fantastic for us this season. Like I said before, got on top goal scorer. You might have shortened a little bit today. Now we all know Haaland's shite. And another medal for that wonderful Spanish human being.
Yeah, he loves. I don't even know what the word is for it. He loves a trophy where 2 teams have won trophies to qualify to win another trophy. That's his favourite trophy.
Yeah.
Like his record in those scenarios is second to none.
Yeah, he loves it. Is it a real trophy?
Yeah.
He loves one of them. Absolutely fair play. Now, made up for them down, and they're all like fucking. You've seen the team spirit.
But you also saw, the one thing I would say is, we're going to go and do the shows now, so do subscribe to the Anfield Wrap. We're going to do it all on there. The thing about today was, that was a proper game of football. Like, both sides were fully committed to it, as I thought would happen before the game and after the game, and whoever wins or loses, you get to do the whole, we're not taking it seriously thing. And I'm all right with that, and I'm even all right with that from their perspective. The point is, these are the best 2 teams on the planet, and no one else does what they do, John. Do you know what I mean? And the way in which they play against each other, it's absolutely fascinating. I thought that was a great game. Like, I've had a lovely Saturday night.
100%. Listen, Liverpool are the best team until they score. But then City's reaction shows to them like it's a real game and it matters to them. They come at us really strong. The rest of the first half is all City. Then they come out second half really strong as well. But then Liverpool fights it back, and from there I think we're gonna see it out. I feel like we've wrestled control. But with a team like City, they can create a chance out of nothing. That's what they do. But the fact that Liverpool go on to win it from there is testament to them, testament to the quality, testament to the attitude. And yeah, you're not fucking, listen, we're not bouncing off the ceilings, we're not like swinging off the chandeliers, but you see enough today and this evening to show that Liverpool absolutely mean business this season. And also, we've got so many quality players who can hurt the team. And the first 11 were great, but then the boys off the bench.
Milner, as you pointed out during the game,
Milner was incredible. For Harvey Elliott was great, but the match winner, he's going to get some goals for Liverpool this season for him, better than that pie they've got up front.
There we are. They've got a pie. We've got a paella. Does that work? You tell me, text in